Hi everyone, it is currently the 29th of August 2012. You're currently looking at the severe tropical storm Tembin now pulling away from Taiwan here, starting to head off there towards the north after it did go through this very erratic track here over the past week now. You see it actually was a rather strong Category 4 typhoon. Then it moved off there towards the west, stalled out just towards the southeast of Hong Kong, wrapped back around. Now it's starting to head back off towards the north. Is expected to continue to decrease in intensity according to the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. Yet the Japan Meteorological Agency, though, once it gets up towards about this area, actually expects it to regain intensity back up toward near typhoon status. But I do think by that time it will start to go extratropical, so the wind field will begin to expand out. So it is still going to be having some very gusty winds here, and potentially some very heavy rains as it starts to head off towards South Korea. Should remain towards the west of Japan, though, so not really expecting to impact much of the southern Japanese islands, even including western Kyushu. You may see some heavy rain showers from this, but not really to the extent as Bolaven, which dropped over 600 millimeters of rainfall in the past 72 hours there in Kagoshima Prefecture across southern Kyushu there. So very intense rains were occurring there. But now with Tembin still working its way off there towards the north, we still have to contend with this tropical system specifically there in South Korea. And actually, let's take a look at Japan Meteorological Agency's track on this. You can see here that they do have it on a northerly projection going along the western periphery of a high pressure centered over Japan, which has been keeping things hot actually around the Tokyo area. High temperatures are expected to remain into the low 30s throughout the remainder of the week and even into next week. So definitely do dress appropriately. But look at this here, going into the 29th and then into the 30th, actually at 30 UTC right in here. That's when the Japan Meteorological Agency expects us to re-intensify to near typhoon status. Now, granted, the sea surface temperatures are not too supportive, but Bolaven is far enough off there towards the north that it might be able to kind of consolidate that energy again that Bolaven has been stealing. And to kind of give you an idea of where that storm is now, it is well over northeastern China going into southeastern Russia. See, this kind of a big old comma shape all the way up there. That is Bolaven now going extratropical, rushing off there towards the north. And then you have Tembin down here towards the south. Fairly large distance between these two. Really, Bolaven has been stealing a lot of the energy from Tembin, so it might be able to consolidate a little bit, but nothing too significant before it hits South Korea. But this area is still trying to cover from Bolaven. Actually, upwards of 8 people have been reportedly killed there in South Korea. Mainly Chinese fishing boats out here that did capsize. So that is one thing also to mention here. Definitely across the East China Sea, you don't want to be venturing out into these waters at all. If there are any fishermen that are watching this update today, I know that you do need your livelihood here, but very significant seas out there at this time, and definitely is going to rough things up before it starts to move off there towards the land masses. But behind it, at least some fairer news going into the end of the week. And by Thursday and the Friday, after the storm makes landfall, and Saturday and Sunday, it does look like the tropics are not going to be significantly firing up here, which is first time in nearly 2 weeks that we've been watching these storms out here. So that is one thing to note. But on the other side of this, the monsoonal trough across the tropics still continues to bring some heavy rain showers across the Philippines over to Indo-china. As shown here on Thailand's meteorological department's surface analysis, you can see this big trough here extending all the way from India over towards Myanmar across the Indo-China peninsula, and then off there towards the east. Actually, this has been causing some serious flooding in Myanmar. There has been several reports of deaths here in the last several weeks. Plenty of damage. Just another thing to note here, even though they are not organized tropical named systems, very serious flooding here, actually back to 1 year ago now this time. You remember the severe flooding that kicked up across Bangkok here, really flooded the entire city and much of northern Thailand. That is going back 1 year, and it just goes to show you don't need a named tropical system to really have these series of severe flooding there. But also across the Philippines, we are watching another area, a weak low pressure disturbance just towards the east of Mindanao. It's spinning up right here. We go back to that satellite imagery. Actually, let's zoom in on the Philippines. You can see this disturbance here just towards the east of Mindanao and the Visayas right through here. Now, nothing too organized expected to come out of this yet. It is going to be a pulse of energy, likely going to bring some heavy rain showers there across the southern Philippines before moving off there towards the west. And also you can see out here towards the north some thunderstorm activity below up across Luzon. This is some overnight thunderstorm activity, especially into the afternoon evening hours, though expect another pulse of energy really start to flare up here as temperatures rise up to the low 30s there around the Manila metro area. So something to watch there in the Philippines as well, not just here, across the entire tropics over to Indo-China, where you do have these severe thunderstorms really continuing to erupt. But on that note, I want to end here with our two tropical systems and just showing you the total precipitable water. You can see here Bolaven over this East China Sea, spinning up there, going across Okinawa, and then you have Tembin spinning there just southeast of Hong Kong. That moved over Taiwan here in the past 72 hours, and also pushing up there towards the north. Just really shows the amount of moisture and water vapor with these tropical systems just continuing to spin up here, and brought an absolutely copious amount of rain here across much of eastern Asia, and widespread flooding as well. And then you can see here in the tropics, still lots of moisture to still continue to be picked up here. So with that said, it is continuing to be late August. We're going into September, still tropical season in full force, so do not think it is over at all out here in the Western Pacific. Plenty of more updates in store here. And also, I do want to note, here on Saturday, we're going to be doing our first live video update. Any questions and answers. It's really kind of a trial and error basis to see if we can get these organized and get a live video update and get some kind of interaction between us and the viewers here. If that does work out fairly well, we're going to try to use these before any significant tropical systems make landfall. For example, prior to Bolaven moving onshore here in Okinawa, we probably would have done one then. So definitely going to be trying that out this weekend. Please do stop by and check it out. It's going to be on Saturday at 03 Universal Time. That would be about noon Japan Standard Time. I believe that would be about 1100 Philippine Standard Time. So going to be trying that out, though. Please do stop by, and thanks again for watching here on WesternPacificWeather.com. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, though, please post them in the comment box below. Stay safe out there. Have a great day.